In the heart of an ancient land, cradled by mist-laden mountains and winding rivers, there once lived a young seeker named Aaron. His village was a tapestry of tradition, echoing with the wisdom of elders and the rhythmic pulse of daily life. Yet, beneath this harmony, Arun felt a stirring, a longing for something beyond the horizon, a yearning to uncover the secret to true strength and clarity. Every day, Arun watched the villagers go about their routines, their minds full of worries and plans, regrets and hopes. He saw how even the simplest tasks were clouded by distractions, how the laughter of children was often drowned out by the noise of adult concerns. Arun wished to find a way to rise above the clutter, to attain a mind as clear and powerful as the mountain streams that tumbled nearby. One evening, as the sun painted the sky in colors of fire and gold, Arun approached the oldest man in the village, Master Ravi. With a beard as white as snow and eyes that sparkled with knowing, Ravi was renowned for his wisdom. Arun bowed and asked, "Master, how can I become truly strong? How can I find clarity amidst the noise of life?" Ravi smiled gently. "To be strong, you must first empty your mind," he replied. "Only then can you fill it with purpose." Puzzled but intrigued, Arun begged the master to teach him. Ravi nodded and led Arun to a quiet clearing deep within the forest. There, he handed Arun a clay cup and instructed him to fill it with water from the nearby stream. Arun did as he was told, returning with a cup brimming to the edge. "Now," said Ravi, "I will pour this tea into your cup." He began to pour, and the tea quickly overflowed, spilling onto the ground. "Master, the cup is already full," Arun exclaimed, stepping back in surprise. Ravi nodded, his face serene. "Exactly. Your mind is like this cup. If it is full of worries, of fears, of preconceptions, there is no room for anything new. To gain strength, wisdom, and clarity, first you must empty your mind." Arun pondered the lesson as the forest grew silent, shadows lengthening with the setting sun. He realized how often his mind was crowded with anxieties about the future, memories of the past, and the constant buzz of thoughts. That night, he resolved to begin his journey toward an empty mind. His path was not easy. The next morning, Arun sat beneath a sprawling banyan tree, closed his eyes, and tried to let go of all thoughts. But memories surfaced, regrets whispered, and worries crept in. Frustrated, he opened his eyes and gazed at the tree's gnarled roots, wondering if he would ever succeed. Days turned into weeks. Each morning, Arun returned to the tree, breathing deeply and gently guiding his mind back to the present moment whenever it strayed. He watched the play of sunlight on leaves, listened to the song of birds, and felt the cool air on his skin. Gradually, the clutter in his mind began to clear, like mist dissolving in the warmth of the sun. As Arun practiced, he noticed subtle changes within himself. He felt calmer, lighter, more focused. He became aware of the richness of each moment, the taste of freshly baked bread, the laughter of friends, the scent of jasmine in the evening air. Life, once a whirlwind of thoughts, became a tapestry of vibrant experiences. One afternoon, the villagers faced a crisis. The river that nourished their crops had overflowed its banks, threatening their fields. Panic spread as people scrambled to save what they could, their minds clouded by fear and confusion. Arun, however, stood quietly at the edge of the water, watching its swift currents. He remembered Master Ravi's lesson and emptied his mind of panic and distraction. In that stillness, clarity arose. Arun noticed a natural hollow in the ground. If they dug a channel from the river to this hollow, the water would flow away from the fields and spare their crops. With newfound confidence, he rallied the villagers, explaining his plan. Together, they worked swiftly, and soon the crisis was averted. The villagers marveled at Arun's calm and wisdom. When they asked how he had found such clarity in the midst of chaos, Arun shared the lesson he had learned. When you empty your mind, you make room for insight and strength. In silence, solutions appear. In stillness, you discover your true power. Word of Arun's transformation spread beyond the village, reaching distant towns and cities. People came to learn from him, seeking guidance for their own tangled minds and troubled hearts. Arun welcomed them, teaching the simple practice of emptying the mind, of letting go of the old to make way for the new. He taught that the mind, like a garden, must be tended with care. Weeds of worry and fear must be gently uprooted, making space for seeds of hope and purpose. He explained that emptiness was not a void, but a fertile ground for growth, a place where creativity flourishes, where compassion blossoms, where wisdom takes root. Through Arun's story, the villagers learned to approach challenges with calm and presence. They discovered that strength was not found in frantic action or endless planning, but in the quiet courage to let go and trust in the unfolding of life. They learned to listen to the wisdom within, to the beauty around them, and to the needs of others. And so, the village flourished. The fields yielded rich harvests, friendships deepened, and laughter returned to the air. Arun continued his practice, knowing that the journey of emptying the mind was never truly complete, that each day brought new lessons, new distractions, and new opportunities to begin again. As the years passed, Arun grew into a wise elder, his hair silver and his spirit radiant. He often sat beneath the banyan tree, welcoming seekers from near and far. He shared his story freely, reminding all who listened that emptiness was not something to fear, but something to embrace, a doorway to clarity, strength, and boundless possibility. And so the lesson endures. Empty your mind, and you will find space for everything that matters. In the stillness, you will discover the courage to face any challenge, the wisdom to make the right choices, and the strength to shape your destiny. Let go of what no longer serves you, and watch as your life unfolds with purpose and grace, just as the river flows smoothly toward the sea. In every moment, remember Arun's journey. Whenever life becomes cluttered and overwhelming, return to the breath, to the present, to the stillness within. Empty your mind, and you will find that you are stronger, wiser, and more alive than you ever imagined.